Good morning. What's up? What's happening, people? It's Thursday morning. The week is almost over. Over. OVA. Over. Welcome. We have one person in the room. Welcome, welcome. The week is almost over. 2 more days. Maybe I'll go get my breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts. I get my bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. You know what? I'm going to scratch the cheese. No cheese today. And I'll get my iced coffee. That sounds good, right? Dunkin' Donuts is right over here. I'm pretty much in the parking lot. So let me do that. Let me go get my breakfast. Maggie loves the bacon, of course. I give the bacon to her. So I'll go to Dunkin' Donuts and get my breakfast. I will. Dunkin' Donuts. Let me take my order.
Welcome to Dunkin'. What do you drink?
Hello. Can I have a large iced coffee with extra sugar and a bacon egg on a bagel, on an everything bagel? No cheese though.
You want cream in there?
Yeah, you can put a little bit of cream in there.
And bacon and egg, no cheese. And what would you like that on?
Everything bagel.
Okay, anything else?
The winning lottery numbers would be nice. That's it.
Okay, it'll be 9:03.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nah, no French toast for me. There's no protein in French toast. I gotta have the eggs to get the protein in my body for the morning. Good morning, sweeter man. Hello.
Good morning. It's 9:03.
Senior citizen discount?
$8.58.
All right.
There you go.
Thank you. Have my straw.
There you go.
Thank you.
Welcome to Dunkin'.
Thank you. I got my iced coffee. Gotta have the iced coffee. Thank you. You too. All right. Got my breakfast. Well, we got 28 people in the house. What's going on, everybody? Don't be afraid to say hello. Of course I did. What's up, Pop? Are you kidding? Here's the bacon. I take the bacon off the sandwich for Maggie. It's all hers. What's up, goats, hunters? What is it? Yeah, ghost hunters. Your frog has diabetes. That's not good. Persian 1940. What's up? I'm gonna change the camera. I don't believe people should watch me eat. Persian 1940. No, I don't really understand the question. What did... Okay. My thoughts on the Douglas Kirk shooting? I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible that that man got shot. He was a good man. He was trying to do good. I was mortified when I heard about it yesterday. Definitely prayers for his family. Maybe I'm gonna turn the channel. I'm gonna turn the camera to Miss Maggie. I'm gonna put the light on here. Maybe you can see her better. You can see me giving her the bacon. I think it's horrible when anybody gets shot, especially somebody that's trying to do good for the country. Kirk, Charlie was a really good person. He was going to colleges and trying to educate people. He was respectful to people. You know, he never got mad at anybody. He was just a great person, man. I kind of feel like I lost somebody from my own family. You know, I was pretty connected. I like pickles. Pickles are great. Especially sour pickles. I like sour pickles the best. Maggie has to get another piece of bacon. Oh, motherfucker. I dropped the bacon. Now I gotta get out of my car. I'm losing my fucking shoe. Man, I'm batting 1,000 today. Uh, I don't. What's up, Jeffrey? 1940. I'm not really a supporter of the government completely, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm against Trump. I wouldn't say I'm for Trump, but hopefully he does good. But to me personally, I believe the government's going to do whatever they want, no matter what the president says or does. I mean, the president can only do so much. The people that own our country are the ones that really rule everything. But who the hell am I? Yeah, I just the government is corrupt, and even if there's somebody good in office, there's only so much he's allowed to do. That's just my opinion, though. That doesn't mean I'm right. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything. That's just what I think. I don't put people down for what they believe or anything like that. Everybody's entitled to what they think. But I mean, in reality, we're only going to find out what they want us to find out, You heard about the lady from Ukraine, that girl from Ukraine that was stabbed on the train, but we only heard about it 2 days ago when it happened 2 weeks ago. What's that all about? I think that's horrible too. I think the person who stabbed her didn't look like he really wanted to do it, just by looking at his face before he did it. It was almost like somebody was forcing him to do it, and he was trying to get around it or something. But that's just my take on what I thought about when I seen his face before he did it. That's horrible. It's all the world. The world is really getting exposed. It's too much evil. Yeah, probably. Probably a hitman. Could be. Another piece of bacon for Maggie. I'm in the States. I'm in Florida. Florida. I'm from Long Island originally, New York. Another piece of bacon for Maggie. I give her little bits of bacon every time I take a bite of the sandwich, so this way, when I'm done with the sandwich, she's done with the bacon. I'm crazy that way. It's September 11th, isn't it? Yeah. I was in Long Island when the tower said I was actually going to go into the city and go to a play that day, and then I turned the TV on and I'm like, what? And I guess I'm not going to the city today. That was horrible. I mean, I don't think I've ever stared at the TV at the same thing for as long as I did that day. I just couldn't. It was horrible. I believe our government had something to do with that too. Oh, really? Yeah, man. My family goes out to the people on September 11th today. Last piece of bacon, Maggie. Go ahead. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I was actually taking the day off that day. I said, yeah, I think I'll go see a play in the city. You know, I was gonna just jump on the Long Island Railroad and just head into the city. And then somebody said, "You watch the news?" I said, "No, because I don't watch the news." Now she needs her water. She's got her own Yeti right here with water in it. She's drinking her water. See, it's got ice in it and everything for her. After that bacon, she needs water. That's cool. Yeah, why not? I usually mod everybody. So that you guys can share your links and stuff like that. I'm not selfish. People should share their links. It's just a tool. It doesn't mean anything really. Yeah, well, let them abuse it, because if they abuse it, then I take it away. That's all. But somebody that's talking straightforward like yourself, I give a mod to. Somebody who's talking stupid, I won't give it to. But you sound like a decent person, so until you prove otherwise, you get one. That's just how I am. It's not, a mod can't do anything to my channel. I try to be. I mean, I'm not, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't steal, Am I perfect? Hell no. But yeah, I try to do the right thing. I try to help people when I can. I'm a singer and a guitar player. I have a gig coming up on Saturday in 2 days. Yeah, the being a mod to me is just a tool so people can share their links. That's how I look at it. If you got a channel, you're a decent person, put your link up. I don't care. I'm not all about like asking people to subscribe to my channel or hit the like button. I'm not like that. If you're here, and I'm performing, if you're enjoying the music, that's all good with me. It won't be up for very long. I'm gonna get back to work in a little bit. I'm working now. I'm an Uber driver, so I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be on. Maybe an hour. But good to have you in. You know, you seem cool. I'll check out your channel. Oh, okay. That's all right. That's okay too. That's all right. I have people that come to my channel that don't post anything. They like to watch and stuff, so that's cool. Sounds good. Thanks for coming in, Persian. So how you doing, Pop? You still there? Are you waiting for a package? I am today. I got a package coming today. I have an 80-foot extension cord coming. You know, one of the ones you can wind up on a roll and everything. So it'll be easier. Oh, that's cool. What time is it where you are, Pop? It's like 6:30 here in the morning. Oh, where are you? Where are you, in the Philippines or something? Igor Schmidt, welcome to the channel. Oh, UK, okay. Slovakia, welcome, Igor. My iced coffee's almost done. Man, I put the Uber app on earlier, and Uber wanted me to go from here to St. Pete, Florida for $26. And it's like 75 miles away. 75 miles away. For 26 bucks. Yeah, that's what I said. You guys are crazy. And then I got to make it back too. It would have cost me money. It would have cost me money to do that one. I cleaned my car out yesterday, vacuumed it all out. Got a full tank of gas. I'm ready to roll. Hi, Lena. How you doing? Good morning or good evening, depending on where you are, or good afternoon. Good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. It's a beautiful day. Another day on the planet. Another day I wake up. It's always a good day, right? 12:31. It's 6:30 a.m. here in the morning. I have my puffer. Thank you, Lena. Hey, Maggie. Maggie's chilling out. She just had her bacon. She's happy. Yeah, it's starting to get light out. It's just starting. It should be light probably in another 20 minutes. And then it's 7 o'clock a.m. The sun is like blasting into your eyes. You can't even see anything for 30 minutes until 7:30, and then it wears off. So I've been on for about, let's see, exactly 30 minutes. In 1 second, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds. So we got 18 people in the house. Don't be afraid to pop in and say hello. Oh, I feel stuffed now. I can't believe how early I eat sometimes. I don't understand the question, Pop. You make much out of YouTube? You mean money? If you mean money, no, I don't even use YouTube to try to make money. If that's what you meant, I'm not sure. I don't try to go yeah, no, I don't even think about YouTube that way. You know, I've been on YouTube for about 15 years. In order to make money on YouTube, you got to have thousands of subscriptions for one, and people have to be going to your channel all the time in order for you to get, you know, all that watch hours. People go get 1,000 subs and they start working on their watch hours. They have no idea. You have to keep those watch hours up for one, and second, you're not going to get any money from that. You know, the only channels that are getting money are the ones, you know, like at least 100,000 subs, and you got to have people coming to your channel and views and all that stuff in order to make money. I use YouTube strictly. Mainly, I put videos up so that when I go into bars and I go talk to the owners and they want to see me sing, you know, I could pull up. I ask them what they like. I'll pull up a song and play it for them. You know, and for my own enjoyment, I come on if I just feel like coming on. But people get sucked into that. Oh, I got to get my watch hours up, and they put streams on where they're not even there. And, you know, and maybe there's 4 or 5 people in there, but nobody's going to stay there and sit on your channel and watch nothing. I think that's a waste of time, complete waste of time. And I mean, yeah, pretty much just a hobby. But I use it as a tool for my entertainment company, so it's not just a hobby. You know, so if I get a gig, you know, I bring them right to my channel so they could see me sing. So I make money when I do gigs. So it's a little bit more than a hobby. Like right now, it's a hobby. If I'm bored and I feel like coming on, it's a hobby. But it's also a tool for me to make, you know, do my entertainment company. So that's what I use it for. So I make money off of YouTube in a different way, not like other people do. You know, I mean, you know, you go to a channel. You know, when you look something up on YouTube and it says, like, say you want to find out about. Like last night, I was looking at phone chargers for my cousin for his phone, and I just typed in, you know, fastest phone chargers, and I go to a channel and they start telling you about these phone chargers, and you look at their subs. This guy's got over 2 million subs just for a channel just showing people how to do things. Those are the channels that are making money. You know, if you do something with it, you can make money. You know, those channels are, you know, there's always people going to those channels. That's how you make money on YouTube. You know, not fly-by-night people. Even if you have 5,000 subs, you know, you're not going to make any money. You know, it's not going to happen. You know, unless you make it your life and you do something to get, you know, 1 million subs or 2 million subs. You know, that's people that are making money on YouTube. Everybody else is just struggling. And trying to keep their watch hours up for nothing. It's a waste of time unless you have that many subs and that many people coming to your channel and viewing your stuff. You know, it's just a waste of time. You know, I kind of laugh at people when they do. You go to their channel, you think that they're live, and there's nothing there but like it's nothing. It's some stupid video that keeps doing the same thing over and over and over. I leave the channel. I'm not going back to that. You know, I want to, if I go to a channel and go to somebody's live, I want to see them live. You know, I want to see what's going on. You know, if you got something going on, you know, it's cool, hang out. But if you're not, if you're just sitting there and you're just, you know, wasting watch hours or whatever, I'm not staying there. There's no reason for me to stay there and sit there and do that. So that's just my take on it. I went into a bar the other day and was talking to an owner. Yeah, it's definitely like my portfolio for sure. I talked to a bar and I said, "What kind of music you like?" He goes, "You know any Pat Benatar?" I said, "Yeah, I got Pat Benatar on my channel." I pulled up a Pat Benatar song. He's like, "Damn." He says, "That's pretty damn good, man." And he wants to take me into his, on a Sunday nights when season comes back. He says, "I'll definitely have you in there." So that's what I use it for. That's how I make money with it. You know, it's definitely a portfolio. And I have so many different things that I sing. I always try to come up with different stuff, put them on my channel so that I can please as many people as I can. I always tell people what kind of music you like. Oh, yeah, you like Pink Floyd? I got Pink Floyd on my channel. I got Zeppelin on my channel. I have Air Supply on my channel. I have the Little River Band on my channel. I have 50s, a whole bunch of 50s music on my channel. 60s, 70s, 80s, all sorts of things. So, and that's why I always, I see some people do lives and people go up and sing and they sing the same songs over and over, the same 15 songs. I can't do that. I'm always adding new songs to my channel, if when I'm really into it, I could add like 10 songs a day, if I wanted to. But lately I haven't been singing in the house because of my parents. So like when they go on their cruise, I'll probably put up at least 50 videos of new stuff that I sing. I'm always pulling up stuff, for my gigs and stuff. So I have a whole, playlist. I have over 300 songs on my playlist to choose from when I go on a gig, So, and I just play the crowd. I see what the crowd is, what the crowd likes, and then I just do that. Like Saturday, I'm going to be doing the live at that hot dog place, and I'm going to stream it. I don't know how good it's going to sound on my phone, but I'm going to stream it. So I'll be there Saturday morning. And this restaurant place is based on Elvis. Everything inside is like Elvis memorabilia and stuff because they said he actually ate there once. So the whole place is based on Elvis. So I'll start off with an Elvis song. And instead of singing "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog," I'll sing "You Ain't Nothing But a Hot Dog," because that's a hot dog. It's a hot dog place. So that should that'll be like my opening song. "You ain't nothing but a hot dog." You ain't nothing but a hot dog. I was telling my mom yesterday about it. She started laughing. She goes, "That's a good idea." You ain't nothing but a hot dog. So now I just got to hope that it doesn't rain on Saturday. And if it doesn't rain, I will be there. I'll be there at 10 a.m. to set up. I'll be ready to play at 11. I'll probably sing for about 2 or 3 hours. Probably 3. Depends on how many people are there. He told me like on Saturdays it's packed in the back. And it's outside. There's an outside stage. It's all covered up and everything. And there's a whole bunch of, picnic tables and chairs. He said it's always packed back here on Saturday. So should be pretty good. I'll put out a tip jar. It should be pretty fun. Yeah, I'm not worried about that, Pop. I got gigs already lined up for season. A lot of bars are just waiting for season to kick in, which should be coming up within the next month. People are going to start rolling in from up north. So once I start playing out, I'll be rolling. Yeah, I'm not so worried about it. It should be pretty good. Like you said, it'll be good. Eventually, I'll get at least a couple of gigs a week, 2 or 3 gigs a week. I'll be rolling again. There was a time where I was doing it, but then when I got sick, I couldn't sing anymore, so I had to have surgery on my nose. Now that I have the surgery, I can sing again, so I'm getting back out there. Yeah. Save for the house. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to find a better place to live. My own place, I should say. I just like living by myself. Unless I find a girlfriend or something, that would be nice, but I'm not pushing for that, but you never know. You never know who you might meet when you're out, you know? Yeah, it'd be nice to have my own place again. I should have stayed in Clearwater. I had a great place. It was $1,000 a month, and that paid for the electric and everything. And then, I moved here to be closer to my parents, and it just wasn't a good decision. They're set in their ways. I'm set in my ways, and it just doesn't work. I mean, it'll work for now, but it's hard to live with a narcissist who thinks he's right about everything. Control freak. My mom is great, but my dad is just a pain in the ass. And sometimes he's okay too, but you just never know what you're going to get with him. No, I have a sister. She's older. She's 3 years older than me. She lives upstate New York. But she doesn't really talk to my parents all that much or anything. She's not connected. She calls for birthdays and holidays. Really, that's about it. Hey, what's up, Chef? Yep, all is well. I hope all is well with you. Yeah, my sister's not really connected like I am. Welcome back, Persian. 19 people in the house. Man, I wish I had this many people in the house when I'm singing. I appreciate that, Chef. I appreciate that. I guess I've been here with my parents for about 6 months now, And when I first came to them, I was buying most of the food. My dad's just a fucking, he's just, excuse my language, my dad's an asshole. He doesn't like if I give my dog a piece of meat while I'm at the dinner table. But then when he does it, it's okay. He just messes with me on purpose. And that's not good. He's a narcissist. My mom is a sweetheart, though, I have to say. I argue with my dad a lot. I usually don't. I let things roll for a while, and until he gets out of hand. So then we get into arguments. And but I have to say, I never argue with my mom. That's the whole time I've been there. I haven't argued with my mother once. She's always happy to see me. She loves the dog. My father only likes the dog when he's drunk. I wouldn't say drunk, but when he drinks. Yeah, man, it's horrible what happened to Charlie. I was really upset yesterday. What happened to Charlie Kirk yesterday is just, I was blown away. I'm just, I can't even imagine what his family's feeling right now. Well, my sister is up north, but she's not connected. Like I said, she calls for birthdays and holidays, and that's really about it. Yeah, that Charlie Kirk was, he was such a good guy. He just wanted to help educate people, and help people, and he was such a good person. Hi, Ruby. Good to see you. How you doing, Ruby? Good evening, Ruby. I know it's evening over by you. Morning over here, nighttime over there. Always good to see you, Ruby. Hello, Mets. What's up, Mets? Oh, man, that sucks, Chef. That sucks. I would have liked to have met him, too. Ozone TR. If it's boring, then leave. You don't have to be here, Oznet. You came in on your own free will. You can leave on your own free will. I'm originally from New York, Long Island. How about you, Mets? What? I don't know where Nagaland is. What's Nagaland? I never heard of that. Oh, okay. Northeast India. All right. Well, welcome to the channel. Oh, you made a couple of shorts? Yeah, and they still didn't find the shooter, which means at this point they'll probably they'll probably never find the shooter. It's crazy. Yes, yes, Chef, I do. Yeah, there's an email address. So what are you up today? What do you do? What are you up to today, Ruby? You doing anything good today? I'm sitting in my car. I got Maggie with me, my little dog. I appreciate that, Chef. It's always good to have somebody to talk to. I do like to vent my stuff sometimes. Sometimes I'll come on and I'll talk about stuff that's bothering me, and that's my way of releasing it sometimes. I'm looking forward to my parents going on their cruise October 4th. They're going on a cruise October 4th for a week. So I'll be doing lives and doing a lot of singing on that week. I'll be doing a lot of singing that week. You'll see a bunch of videos going up on my channel. I don't know. Did you guys hear about the there was supposedly a UFO that was near one of our jets or whatever, and they shot a missile at the UFO, and the missile disintegrated. It disintegrated, never reached them and stuff. So for some reason, the UFO was able to intercept it, and it's just disintegrated. That was on the news too. That was kind of freaky. It's kind of wacky though. I mean, the video doesn't really show it the way you would think. It just looks like a big white mess. But so I don't know. My cousin was saying, "There's a video of it. You got to see it." Yeah, I see the video, but it doesn't show like. It just shows a bunch of white spots and stuff. So you don't really know what you're looking at. Yeah, I don't watch the news either. I don't ever watch the news. I don't watch the news at all, Lena. I just like I didn't know that Charlie was killed until my cousin sent me the text. I can't sit there and watch the news. I don't even have cable or anything like that. I have the internet. I watch what I want to watch. I watch movies. I watch a lot of music stuff. I pull up stuff to learn if I need to learn something. But watching the news, I can't do it. Too much negative, man. Yeah, I'm not a news watcher. If something important comes up, I'll check it out. Okay, Chef, I got you. Yeah, definitely too depressing, Pop. I got enough depression going on up here. I don't need to add to it. Just trying to keep myself positive. I have, I got to deal with. I can't sit there and watch the news, though. Oh, it's light out now. Like I said, it's 7 o'clock. It's definitely light out. I could probably shut my headlights off now. I don't know why I got my car running. My car's been running for an hour. I'm not even doing anything. See if I could shut. Yeah, I could shut my light off now. I don't need it. Yeah, I hear Fox. Fox is the best news to watch when you do watch it. I mean, I guess if you're gonna look stuff up to watch on the news, they say Fox is the best one. That's what my cousin tells me anyway. So I listen to my cousin. He's up on all that stuff. He's into the politics and he's really connected that way. But I don't really stay connected to any of that stuff. But I do listen when he tells me stuff, and I just I'm not a news guy. I'm not a politics person. I believe the whole government is corrupt. And if there is a president in there that's trying to do the right thing, they're only going to allow him to do what they let him do. There's no, I don't know. That's just my take on it. That's just my take on it. There's evil. Everything is good and good against evil, evil against good. I'd rather focus on the good. I understand, Chef. That's cool. That's cool. "14 people in the house. Don't be afraid to say hello. Enjoy the show." Not that it's much of a show, but it rhymes pretty good. I'm going to sit back a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. I just hope the economy gets better, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, it's just I talk to people. I'm an Uber driver. I talk to people, especially people on Social Security and stuff. A lot of people can't even afford to be in their houses anymore. Um, Everything's just getting too expensive. Now people on Social Security are ending up being homeless. Because the price of everything is going up. Mortgages are going up. Rent is going up. Price of everything is going up. So it's I don't know, man. A lot of homeless people. The price of gas isn't really changing. That's fluctuating, you know. The price of food is insane. You can't even get a steak. You can't even buy a steak for less than $20. A good ribeye steak, you know. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that everywhere, Lena. You're right. It's like that everywhere. It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. He just took the words right out of my mouth. It's terrible. Everything's going up except for like your job. You should be making a lot. We should be making double the money that we usually make because everything else is going up. But like minimum wage ain't really going up. Like minimum wage should be at least $20 an hour. I think in order for people to catch up to everything else. Yeah, that's crazy. But at least he did pay it off, chef. Minimum wage should be at least $20 an hour. And I think if that happened, that would help. It would definitely help. I received a tip. Huh. I received a tip. Yeah, you're right, Lena. Yeah, it's just a crazy, crazy world we live in. I mean, even the job that I have now, I'm an Uber driver, and it's almost impossible for me to make money with the company. They wanted me to go to St. Pete today for $26, and that's 75 miles away. 75 miles away for $26. It would cost me money to do that. Yeah, I agree with that, chef, too. I agree with that. You're right. Some people don't appreciate their jobs. I talk to people that like work in Walmart. Like I dropped them off and they tell me that half the people in there don't even want to work. They want to just hang out on their cell phones while they were at work. It's like, what's the world coming to? Sometimes I wish I was my dog. She's laying here. She doesn't have a care in the world. She's like relaxed, sleeping. She gets rotisserie chicken every day. She gets to come to work with me every day. She's got the life. Oh, you're absolutely right, Chef. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. There's some sick people in the world, Chef. Really sick people. Last night when I went on YouTube, I saw it was a short of a bunch of people that were actually happy that Charlie Kirk was killed. They were actually happy and were praising the fact that he was shot and killed. It's like, it's sickening. It is sickening to watch people. Sickening. I was like looking at these people that were actually happy that somebody was killed. A good man that's trying to do good by people. They were happy that he was shot. They were like jumping up and down, and there was probably 15 people on the video, different people that were all happy about his shooting. And it was just sickening to watch that. Sickening. And you know what? People will watch that. That thing will have millions of views. It's just crazy the way the world is. It's definitely pathetic. Yeah, how do you cheer? How do you cheer about somebody's murder? What the fuck is wrong with people? Excuse my language, but how the fuck do you cheer for somebody that's murdered? You know, it's just a fucked up world, man. Sorry for my language, guys. I don't mean to curse sometimes, but sometimes it's good to get it out, you know. People are horrible. Horrible. Not everybody, but I was mortified when I saw that video. And the sickening part is that people actually want to be seen publicly like that. Just don't understand. I just don't understand, man. They didn't even catch the shooter. And it was major intelligence, which means they probably never will find the shooter. That's for sure, Chef. He will definitely be remembered. He'll definitely be remembered. Anybody who does anything good usually gets killed. Who's trying to do good by the people. Good. They get killed. It's horrible. And you gotta. You don't even realize what kind of a chance that somebody's taken by doing that now. You can't even. I can't wrap my brain around that stuff. It's just like, I can't. It's just, yeah, he was a good Christian. He was. And he never got mad or anything like that. He never got angry with talking to anybody. He always respected people, and he tried to educate people. The world sucks, man. It really does. Not all of the world, but it's just sometimes it's just. But it's been like that since we've been on the planet. It's been like that. What's up, Joyful Pedal Nose? Welcome. And he was so young, too. He was only 31 years old. .31 years old. Had a family. 2 kids, yeah. Yep, and he did it with respect. He did it with respect. It's such a loss, I should say, a loss to everybody on the planet. Somebody like that. You can't do good. You can't do good in the world, or people are going to kill you for it. Yeah, you're right. He did educate himself. Yep. He didn't really believe in college, too, because, and I agreed with him, most of college, they force you to take courses that you're never going to use, and you got to pay for those. You shouldn't have to do that. He was strong about that, too. Man, I watched so many shows with him where people were like yelling at him, screaming at him. He still composed himself. He still treated people with respect. He never snapped back and started screaming at anybody. He didn't have to. He was so intelligent. It's just messed up, man. It's just messed up. Just messed up. Yep, that's for sure, Chef. That's for sure. I sure wish God would step in. You know, a lot of people say that, that God does a lot for us, but I don't believe God's doing anything right now. Um, it, I think when he comes back, that's when he'll step in. But a lot of people say, they'll say, "Oh, it was a miracle that that God saved me from a car accident. God was there." But I don't believe I don't believe that God intervenes. Somebody told me that God hardened my heart a couple of weeks ago. I said, then that kills free will. If God is hardening my heart, then that means there's no free will. And they couldn't say anything to that. You know, I just think when God steps in, he'll step in. If whatever it is. All right, Pop. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, Pop. Thanks for coming, bro. But I don't think God is playing a role right now at all. Thanks, Chef. You have a good day. Hi, Ellen. Welcome to the channel. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well. We're just talking about a bunch of stuff. I'm glad you're fine. I'm glad you're doing well. I hope life is treating you well. Well, it's like this is the way I see the whole thing with God. But and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this is the way it is. I'm just thinking that maybe this is the way it is. So I'm not. I don't know anything for sure. I'll say that. But like my dog had a little bit of a stroke a few weeks ago, and my mom says, "Well, I'm going to pray for your dog." And then she snapped out of it, and she said, "God answered the prayer." And I don't believe that, because if God could save my dog like that, he can stop children from being raped, killed, stuff like that. And he doesn't stop any of that. Why is he going to stop to heal my dog? When he could be healing people all over the world. So Yeah. So I just think that he's not intervening. If he's there, he's not intervening. Even Jesus said he's not here to give us peace. He's here to give us salvation. The chef crying is good. I have to say, I do some crying myself, and it's something that more people should do. I think, you know, more people should care about people. You know, people should care about people more, and it's getting less and less. There's too much racism going on in the world. You know, everybody's just out for themselves. People aren't loving one another like we're supposed to. Yeah, I don't hate God at all. I've never hated God. I just think that maybe God could be something else. God could be something a lot bigger than what we think He is. I think the Bible, after reading it, of course, the Bible was made by man to put the fear into people, so that maybe people could be better. But I don't believe that, God is necessarily what we think He is. I think that God could be an all-loving God. The Bible proves that God is jealous, and I don't believe that an all-loving God should be jealous. I don't think that an all-loving God has less morals than us. Hey, Jovel. Go for a run? And where do you want me to run, William? I think that God is something different than what we know, because what the studying that I've studied, there's like scrolls that were written way before the Bible, and so I think there's something that we don't know that people don't want us to know. So. I think people have a right to believe what they want. I don't discriminate against anybody, whether they believe in God or whether they don't believe in God. I say that because, I think it's good to have a belief. I think that there's hundreds of religions, and they're either all right or all wrong. And people that don't believe in God have just as much, should have just as much respect that people do. Welcome back, Persian. And Jovel, I don't know if I said good morning to you, Jovel. So I have respect for everybody's beliefs, because everybody believes something different. And the only truth that there is nobody really knows for sure until we die, So Who knows? And that book, the Bible, has been, how long has it been handed down and changed and taken stuff out, put stuff back in? You know, we don't even know what we're reading is true or not. You know, maybe some of it is, maybe some of it ain't. I can't understand what you're saying, Simon. Your sentences don't really make any sense. It says you're bad, manic, exant belief in you don't respect being alive. Have you been in trouble before with the police? Time. That sentence didn't make sense. And that's cool, Chef. I believe too. And then sometimes I don't. Yeah, I think a lot of things have been hidden away. I'll give him a couple of more minutes, Persian, but you know, I don't care. I don't care when if people, you know, ban people. It's all right. Yeah, Simon, you're not making any sense. I don't mind trolls coming in, you know, but when they don't make sense, you know, at least if you make sense in the sentence, then I could, you know, say something. I agree with you, Chef. I agree with you. I agree with you. I just, you know, after reading the Bible, I just don't know what to believe. You know, but my cousin said something positive to me. He says, don't focus on the negative stuff in the Bible. Focus on the good stuff, because there is a lot of good stuff in the Bible too. But there's things in the Bible that I do not agree with, and I don't believe that God did it. You know, I don't believe that God said some of those things. You've been awake for 24 hours. You got to get some sleep, Chef. check out Jovel's channel. Jovel's a great singer. And you guys can put your links in, by the way. You know, put your channel links in. I'm cool with that. If you're not tired, you're not tired. I get it. Sometimes there's so much going on in the world that we can't sleep. But you're always welcome here. I should be working right now, but I'm still chatting. It does keep us awake sometimes. But I did sleep. I slept for about 6 hours, so I get a good 6 hours of sleep in. Yeah, I think he was too, Persian, so it's cool. It's cool. I don't get mad when people kick people out. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I got people that come on my channel and automatically kick people out when they think they're trolling, and I'm not against that. So I appreciate it. That's okay. That's all right, Persian. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Joelle she's real. You know what I love about Joelle? She sings and she's always got a smile on her face. Not a lot of people do that. Always smiling, always happy, and she's always happy to see everybody. She says hello to everybody. That's the way everybody on the planet should be. You know, Master Ruby, she's the same way. She sings as well. She's always happy. She's always greeting people. People. That's the way everybody should be. People like that. Yeah, no doubt about it, Chef. Yes. Like, she's happy to be alive. Ah, there's Ruby. She's still here. Ruby's still chilling with us. I've only been on for an hour and a half. I should be working, but I don't feel like it. There's good people in my room right now, hanging out and chilling out, having a good time, having a good discussion. Yeah, so that's about an hour and a half. It shows right. My live is actually it's 1 hour 34 minutes, 1 hour and 35 minutes. That's how long I've been on. An hour and a half. Oh, I know Axe. I like Axe. Axe. I like the way he sings too. He's got a unique voice. Axe of Nacho. I haven't seen Axe in a long time. Yeah, I was watching a lot of his videos last night before I went to sleep. Kirk's, Charlie's. I had to stop though because I just kept feeling worse and worse the more I watched. So I had to take a break from watching it because I was just making myself feel worse. And like thinking about his family. Like I can only think about his family now. It's like it's such a good life for him, and he's gone now. And his family is just I can't even imagine what they're feeling right now. I can't even imagine what it would be like to lose somebody like that. His kids, his wife, his mom, his dad. I don't know if his parents were still alive or anything, but yeah, it's just horrible. Just horrible. I don't know who Scotty Butters is. You would think that there's a way when people do stuff like that, when somebody does, a talk like that, that they can be in some kind it's probably horrible to say that, but be in some kind of shell, a protective shell so that they don't get shot. I mean, it's a shame to think of people like that, but some kind of protection. Some kind of protection. Like when somebody does something like that, his security should be on top of all the roofs that are even around the whole area. Like, why couldn't they? But what were they thinking? Because that's what happens these days. People will go on a roof, 1,000 yards away or whatever, and aren't these roofs like checked out? There should be a helicopter, flying around, watching to see if there's somebody, when they do stuff like that. It's just, even the president, he was shot. He's lucky to be alive. He's lucky to be alive. So something's going wrong to allow people to get that close to somebody to shoot somebody. I agree with that, Prusian. I totally agree with that. That the CIA, yeah. Yeah, it's like somebody let somebody in, you would think, to let them do that. But on the other side, the people that protect him should be on top of that game even more, so that things like that don't happen. It's just, the only way that you can shoot somebody is to be on a roof far away. And people should know that. So all the roofs should be all checked out. They should have somebody flying around, on over the buildings and stuff like that. There's got to be a way to get around that stuff, because he was definitely on a rooftop, and the videos that was showing that I was looking at, like when he was like walking around and stuff, it was actually showing rooftops and stuff. It was too far for you to see if there was anybody on the roofs, but if a camera actually got the roofs, there should be people ready for that stuff. It shouldn't have happened. It should not have happened. As far as investigating, once the shooter's gone, what's to investigate? If they caught him, that would be one thing. But once they're gone, if it's the CIA, they're never going to find him. They're not going to find this guy. Never going to find him. The guy that shot at the president, they were able to get to him before he got away, and they shot him, so that's one thing. But I got you, Chef. I totally got you. If anything happens to you, we know you didn't do it yourself. I totally understand. No, they don't. They don't like the, they don't like the facts. I don't think anything's going to happen to you, Chef. They're not looking for the little guys like us. We are so little, you know, we're not. Freedom of speech doesn't even exist anymore. Doesn't even exist anymore. Yeah, 25 years. $25 years. Yeah, the Twin Towers definitely left an impact on me. It ain't just something that happened. That was an impact. It only impacts people that care, though. There are people that don't even care. But it definitely scarred me. I believe that our government had a lot to do with it. I don't think it was Osama bin Laden. I think that was all staged. Yeah, I'm sure it has, Chef. Different rabbit hole. Uh-oh, the sun is actually coming up in my face now. I gotta move my car. Otherwise, I'll be staring at the sun. Hold on, guys. I gotta move here. I gotta face my car the other way so I'm not staring at the sun. Let's see, the sun is, I think I'm good okay here for a few minutes, unless the sun comes up higher. Yeah, they were working on those elevator shafts for like 3 weeks before the towers went down. And I don't believe that those planes brought the towers down. I believe that they exploded the building in all the areas, when they do a demolition. When you demolition a building, you have to put explosives in certain areas in order for it to come straight down. And that's what I believe happened. So I believe those buildings were taken down deliberately. And they made it look like the planes did it, but I don't believe the planes did it at all. I mean, what if it was the planes? Eventually, the building would have buckled from the top going over at some point. But no, it went down perfectly. They both did. Perfectly. Hello, Eleanor. Yeah, see, I believe it was controlled demolition too. Yeah, they were probably paid. They probably had their families taken care of. Which one, Chef? Hold on. The demolition? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the demolition. The asbestos. Hold on, let me look. Oh, yes, 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 Chef. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Thanks, Elnar. 13 people in the house. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Don't be afraid to chime in. We're talking about everything and anything. Yeah, Elnar, we were talking about that earlier too. That was horrible. I thought that was set up by the evil government. The evil part of the world. No, not at all. No, nobody. She was just an innocent person. I mean, she actually left the country, left her own country to get away from the war, to protect herself and her family, only to be stabbed to death on a train. Horrible. Maggie's starting to pant. I'm putting the air on. I'm putting the AC on here. No, it didn't. It didn't look like anybody tried to help her. Not at all. And not one person tried to tackle the guy down or anything, you know. Nothing. You're right, Lena. Some people have, they're soulless. They have no mercy. I don't know who Daniel Penny is. You'll have to explain that one, Jeff. I don't know who Daniel Penny is. Now the sun is coming up on the right side of me now. I gotta move again. It went over that building. I know where I need to go. I'm gonna pull in back of that building where it's totally shady and sit back there. Give me a second, guys. The closer I get to the building, the sun won't come up higher than that. Aha! Should be okay now once I pull in this spot. There we go. No more sun. Oh my God. He helped the subway people, and unfortunately the crazy dude he took down was deleted, and they charged him with murder. Oh my God. That's... So now he's sitting in jail for trying to stop it? Hey, what's up, Chris? Welcome to the channel, Chris. Oh, I said he took down the guy who did it, and he went to jail for that. So he's in prison for the murder of the guy who did it. He took down the guy who murdered, and he got charged for it, and now he's in jail. That's okay, Chris. It's all good. Welcome to the channel, brother. Maggie was panting over here because I didn't have the air on. Now the air is on and she's totally cool again. She's all good. She's all good. Yeah, I got that. So, so now Daniel's in jail. Hi, Joy. Good morning. Well, I should say good evening, Joy, to you. I think it's nighttime where you are. Well, I hope he gets pardoned there, Chef. For sure. Get him out of jail. Nothing much, just hanging out, relaxing today in my car. I'm supposed to be working, but I'm just chilling out. We're talking about all sorts of things. What's up with you? How you doing? Nothing. I'm an Uber driver, so I just came out. I did a little bit of work, and I just stopped to go online for a while. So I'm just hanging out, just relaxing a little bit. I'm sitting here with Maggie. Maggie's over here laying down. She's in her chair, and I'm in my chair. I'm in back of a building in a parking lot because the sun was just blasting. So I'm like hiding from the sun. I have a gig on Saturday. I'm performing at a place, so I'm going to try to do it live stream it. Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be performing, I'll be singing at a place. Yes, Sarah, what's up? Oh, thank you, Joy. Good to see you as well. Thanks for coming in, Lena. I appreciate you coming in. Have a great day. You do race motorcycles, Chef? Or are you just going to see some racing, or are you actually racing in the track? Actually used to race on a track too, but I used to race on a drag track. I used to do quarter-mile stretches and stuff like that at a racetrack on my Hayabusa. I had like 7 Hayabusas at one time. Are you are you racing motocross? Are you just going to see races? Oh, that's cool. Very cool. That's cool. Very cool. Are you bringing your own bike? Are you going on the track? That sounds like it would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I used to go to Bradenton, Florida. There was a quarter-mile track there. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I mean, I haven't had a motorcycle in years though, but I used to love going fast. I've been over 200 miles an hour on my bike. But motocross is a whole nother way of riding, man. That's awesome. That is so cool. Hey, riding motocross is a lot harder than going through a drag track. That's for sure. When you're dealing with turns and dirt and all that stuff, it's a lot harder than going to a drag track. Going to a drag track, you're just going straight. Motocross is a whole new way of riding. I much respect, much respect. That's even cooler that your friend owns the park. That's awesome. I did I did an 8th mile track as well. In fact, a friend of mine wanted to race me, and he chose the 8th mile track. I'll never forget that race too. I actually sold him one of my Hayabusas, and we were driving on a side road. Like it was like a 3 mile road, and there was no traffic on it or anything. It was just a side road where you could actually go fast. And he just like took off. And when he took off, I took off after him, so I wasn't able to catch up to him. And then he comes up, and when I caught up to him, we stopped. He goes, "Oh, I blew you away." I said, "No, you didn't." I said you took off, and then I took off after you. I said, "You want to really race?" I said, "Let's go right off the line right now." And he goes, "No." He goes, "There might be cops coming. I don't want to get caught by the cops." And then he told my other friends that he tore me up on the road, and and I told them what happened. And then I told him, I said, "Listen, you want to talk shit?" I said, "Why don't we just go to a real track and race?" And he kept putting it off and putting it off. And then finally he gave in. He goes, "All right, we'll go to a regular track." And he had a faster bike than I did. The bike that I sold him was a Hayabusa, but it was bored out, and it had everything on it. So he had a faster bike. And we went to the track, and I annihilated him 3 times in a row. In fact, he blew his engine the 3rd time. And then I never saw him again. And my friends that he was talking shit to they were with me. So yeah, well, I've had Harleys too. On the street, I don't drive fast. I would rather just cruise when it comes to being on the street. I don't weave in and out of traffic. I'm not aggressive that way. I'm more defensive because I just don't want to get hit by a car. I can't even tell you how many times I was pushed off the side of the road from old people that didn't even see you. They just come into your lane and not even see you. And I ended up on the side of the road, So on the road, I drive differently. I mean, you got to be a little offensive, but I always tell people, a lot of people use their back brake, and your back brake can get you into a lot of trouble, and you probably know that. To me, the rear brakes don't even exist. I use front brake and downshifting. That's awesome, Chef. Climbing up waterfalls, mountains. That's cool as hell. I have to go to your channel. I got to go to your channel and check out some of your videos. Man, I tell you, it's amazing how fast the time goes when you're doing a live stream. Like 2 hours just blew right by. I probably should get to work. Do some work. Yeah. You know what I mean about the back brake. Back brakes don't even exist. I never use them. Especially if you're racing. If you're racing, you're not going to be using your back brake. That's awesome. Your girlfriend liked it? That's cool. I think I'm gonna sign off though. I'm gonna sign off as well. I gotta get back to work here. I don't want to waste the whole day. But I had a good time chatting with you guys. It was a pleasure having you guys in stuff to talk about stuff. I already had my coffee. Yeah, so I'm gonna shut it down. And I will see you guys soon. Yeah, rear brakes, no good. Yep. All right, guys. I'm signing off, going to work. It was a pleasure. I'll see you next time. And check out my live performance on Saturday. I'm going to try to record it. I don't know how good it's going to sound because I'm just using my phone. So we'll see. It'll sound great where I am because I got the good equipment, but I don't know how it's going to sound with the recording. But I'll check you guys out soon. Later, Chef. Later, everybody. It was a pleasure. See you next time.